Double up.
Hey guys, welcome to another topic video, and today we're going to be discussing about who Soma's mother can be. I've done this video already, but it didn't record, so this is my second take, and hopefully this one is definitely now recording. So what I mean about who Soma's mother could be, I am really meaning that. So a lot of speculation, a lot of theories are out there, and I've been chatting with somebody on the Double O Club's Facebook group, and we have came to a conclusion where she could be a relation to Alice's mother. So a lot of people speculate that she was related to the Nakiri family, but I've decided to take the Nakiri family out of the equation due to the character development between Erina and Soma, and the relationship development of the two characters together because of the connection between Erina and Jorichiro, and that those two, Soma and Erina, could end up becoming together again as a ship, but it all depends how next week's follows, but we have to see. So let's take the Nakiri family out, Enzeng Zaimon completely out, Azami, everybody on Eleanor's side of the family out, minus Alice's family, but without her dad. But we're going to be bringing into it is her mother, because as we all know, Alice's mother was married into the Nakiri family and then took on the name of Nakiri. She was not originally a Nakiri member, she was married into the family due to arranged marriage most likely. Now, we can take into the discussion, take into the debate that Soma's mother could be Alice's mother's sister, cousin, or anything, and was meant to be part of this arranged marriage, but she didn't like how her family done these type of things and decided to cut her ties off with her family and ended up falling in love with Jorichiro, and they could have ended up eloping, and she built up a sickness, and without any help or any funds to probably help them and anything, she ended up passing away while Soma was still young. That is one of my big theories and one of my big questions here. If we take that into account, that means Alice is somewhat connected to Soma's family tree via his mother's side. But like I mentioned before, if we take into account that Soma's mother cut her ties off with Alice's family, mother's family, because of how they were running things, how they were putting their kids into arranged marriages, and the people that she'd been choose to marry she didn't like. Maybe Soma's mother was originally meant to be the original woman to marry Alice's father, and she didn't really like Alice's father, she wasn't really in love with Alice's father, and she decided to leave the family household and run away, and then she bumped into Jorichiro and she gained feelings for Jorichiro, and they build up a relationship and they end up having Soma. That is a big question, that is a type of topic that could go into its own video itself, but also could also mean that there's a lot of backstory and hidden talents within this video at the same time, because when you take into consideration about those, it just means what kind of backstory has Soma's mother's had and what type of character she was here in this anime series and manga series, because she is just as a mysterious character, just as Jorichiro is as a mysterious character and side character of this whole manga series that is the greatness of Shokugeki no Soma, also known as Food Wars. So, like I was mentioned, so we discussed that, or I broke it down, so I've decided to go with the route that Soma's mother could be related to Alice's mother, and she can cut her ties off from her family because she didn't want to be arranged to marry whoever. She could be Alice's mother's younger sister, older sister, we don't know specifically, but we can keep that into consideration that she could have been a member of Alice's mother's family, and she cut her ties off because she had a falling out with her father, her family in general, or whoever the head of Alice's mother's family is, because she didn't either love, because she could have been the original person to marry Alice's father, and she didn't like those considerations or anything. So that is one theory that I have discussed about her being part of Alice's mother's family. But now I'm gonna re-include the Nakiri family into this second half of this video, because I want to discuss a little bit more about the Nakiris and how she could be related, because the hair colour of Soma's mum, the glimpse, because I'm going by what I saw in the anime, of the bit more of a clearer image is in the anime of the photograph of Soma as a child with Jericho and his mother, but his mother was blocked out via glare from the sun, from the window of the sun shining through the window, and some glare hitting onto the photo frame. But the hair colour reminds me of Erena's hair. So now that I've said that, that is going to play a key role into this second type of theory discussion, and one that I want us to keep in mind. Soma's mother could be a distant relation to Erina. Could be an old, because I have an older cousin that was born in the 70s and everything, and she is a mother and is roughly reaching her 40s now. But so Erina could end up having an older cousin. That is pretty much possible. So she could have been the older cousin that ended up falling in love with Jericho, or she could be Erina's mother's sister as well. We can put into that consideration. She could be related to the Nakiris, and she is a Nakiri, but that is another possibility. At the same time, we could take out both families that I've mentioned and say that she is part of a third royal cookery family that was knocked out of the whole royalty for reasons, and are forgettable, because this does sound like one of those type of things where you have four families, say, like if you have four royalty families, and one of them became so bad, so poor, that they ended up getting disowned by the other three families and being completely forgotten they were royalty. And she could be, or was, the higher up of the Yukihira family of chef culinary, because that they could have been one of the four rival higher families in the cooking world. You have the Nakiris, you have the Cybers. Let's just say the Cybers are one of the royalties as well, and their ideas are different to Azami's ideals. And then we have the Yukihiras. The Yukihiras got knocked down because they ended up not liking any of the ways how cooking was handled. Jericho ended up marrying the daughter because he ended up liking the ideals that they think, where probably how Jericho is now is pretty much how the Yukihira family hierarchies or family ended up being. So they are the three theories. The Yukihiras is a fallen culinary world family that's out of the runnings of the three, or let's say there's four families in Japan in the world of cooking. They became fallen, and that's one of the reasons why nobody has heard of the Yukihira family, because they done something, or they decided that they didn't want no part of any ideals of what the world of cookery is heading into. Next we have the topic that I've also discussed, is that Soma's mother is related to Alice's mother via a distant relation or something, or Soma's mother is a Nakiri herself. But other than all, I'm probably looking way too into this now, into this topic video, and she could all have just been a genuine customer that Jericho ended up falling in love with and marrying in her own way, and he decided to take her last name anyway. But I have a strong feeling that the Yukihiras was once a high society name in the cookery world, and they just ended up falling down because probably the higher up ended up, something happened where they are not known anymore. They're not known at all by anybody, and they just are like a common name, because we know that nobody heard of Soma, nobody heard of the Yukihiras. So that is one of the reasons why I have bringing the Yukihiras into this type of discussion debate. And hopefully I've said it clearly enough. Hopefully I've mentioned it a lot before. But this has really been one of those big long discussion videos that I have mentioned quite 3 different theories that I have taken consideration on who Soma's mother is. Am I going to be doing fancy of images, keep on changing? Probably not. But I probably might just have Soma's mother's, or the photo family portrait of Soma's mother just here as well, and probably Isham, and probably just the names, but I'll probably not even do that at all. But yes, what do you think, which theory do you strongly believe in? Now this is the discussions where these are going to be continued either in the comment sections or over, if you're a member of the Double O Club's Facebook page or group, you can also comment in the comment section in the post, on the post in the comment section in there. But these are the theories that I'm going to be recommending to you what you guys think. Do you think Soma's mother is related to Alice's mother in some way, as in being sister, decent relative, cousin, what? Or could you think that she was a Nakiri? By going by her hair colour, that reminds us of it being Elena. Do you think she was a Nakiri? And she was either a cousin, distant relative, or Elena's Elena's mother's sister? Or could it be that Soma's mother was a Yukihira, and the Yukihiras done something to be dropped out of the 3 well-known best names in the chef world, where nobody remembers them because everything about the Yukihiras have been wiped away from the record books and they just became common household name? Or am I thinking or is this going way too into things? But these are what discussions and theories and topics are about of these videos. So like I before, comment down below what you think, which one do you agree, which one you want to keep on going with as well. And also, if you're a member of the Double O Club, you can also discuss the discussions there and keep these going, because these theory videos are something I'm really interested in doing when I start going into these type of thoughts and bring up ideas, and I'll bring up a lot of ideas, and sometimes I ramble and stuff like that. But these are the type of discussions that I want to discuss with you guys. We can both, or everybody can discuss them in the comment section in this video, or if you're a member of the Double O Club over there. So I'm going to end it here, and this has been Kai from Kai's Otaku Corner, and as you can tell, I am 100% back, as this is my second video back on my YouTube channel, and it's a discussion of the greatness that is Shokugeki no Soma. So let's continue these discussions down in the comment section below, and I'll see you next time for another manga chapter anime tokusatsu episodic review during next week. See ya, bye bye for now.